Yes guys, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. This is the Weekly United, the place where we wrap up the world in the week, or the week in the world of Manchester United, and of course bring you the latest Manchester United news. Hope you guys are all doing well. It's been a positive week for Manchester United, hasn't it? 2 wins in the Champions League, coming over Paris Saint-Germain and RB Leipzig, the group of death, they said. Someone should have told Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and his boys. And of course, sandwiched in between that were the Chelsea game and the 0-0 draw at Old Trafford. But in this video, not only will we be looking at that, we will also be looking at some transfer rumours. Of course, there's always transfer rumours. The craziest suit I've ever seen. Was it homage to Manchester United's third kit? Who knows, but it didn't bring him any luck at Old Trafford. Also, Marcus Rashford, what a hero, my mate, Marcus Rashford, what a man. And of course, Old Trafford could have football back very, very soon with fans inside the ground. But no date just yet, but we're getting a little bit closer to that. So we'll be looking at all that news here on AdamMcKola TV. But before we do get stuck into that, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button, liking, commenting, sharing and keeping it locked. And if you can, become a member of AdamMcKola TV as well. We've got a members video coming up in the next week and we've got loads more exclusive stuff there for you as well. So make sure you're checking that out. First off, Alex Telles. A lot of people have been wondering, where the hell has he been? He wasn't in the squad for the game against Chelsea. He wasn't in the squad for the game against Leipzig. And we were thinking, that's a strange one. And I'm surprised nobody else suggested that maybe he's tested positive for coronavirus, because that's exactly what has happened. Manchester United left back has tested positive for coronavirus. He's posted on social media to say he's doing well and he's just got a quarantine and he'll be back in with the boys. But that explains his absence from the team, and obviously keeping him away from that team is important to make sure there's no other infections, it doesn't spread amongst the squad, and Manchester United can still participate in competition. We were all worried, thinking, why ain't he involved? Why ain't he involved? And in this day and age where coronavirus is a thing that we talk about every single day, I thought someone may have thought maybe it's that. But it has been confirmed, and the BBC have reported that Alex Telles has missed the games through coronavirus, and of course having to quarantine with that. Get well soon, Alex Telles. Can't wait to see him back in the team. Obviously, we've got to see him once against Paris Saint-Germain. He had a very good debut as well. Great delivery into the box from corners and from open play. And he looks like a good addition to the squad. You look around the squad, there's been a lot of talk about Donny van der Beek not playing for Man United. And I think some of the reaction was over the top. Obviously, we all want to see him, but he hadn't played for Ajax since March. You know, their season ended then. They didn't continue their season after lockdown. So he didn't have much football under his belt. Coming to a new league, a new team, he had to get used to things. Got some game time in the Champions League against RB Leipzig. It was good to see him out there as well. Obviously a lot more to come from him, but he looked good linking up with his teammates. And once he gets to know them a little bit more and they get to know him a little bit more as well, he'll settle even better and he'll look even better. So I was pleased with Donny van der Beek. Now he probably won't start against Arsenal and everyone will go mad again. But just let's have some patience, because he's a player that we bought to improve the depth in the squad. That's exactly what he has done, and hopefully going forward he will continue to contribute and also start more games as well. As we said, the transfer rumours, we've heard about Erling Haaland being linked with a move to Manchester United in 2022. Yes, that's already started again, but also apparently Man United have entered the race to sign highly rated Ajax youngster Ryan Gravenberch, but face competition from Barcelona and Juventus for the midfielder's signature. Now Manchester United have already signed a midfielder from Ajax this season, as we just mentioned, Donny van der Beek, and now we're being linked with another one in Ryan Gravenberch. Whether it materialises into anything remains to be seen, but I have no doubt United will be continuing to scout hotbeds for talent like Ajax and various other places. Now I haven't seen or heard much about Ryan Gravenberch myself. If you guys have seen a little bit more of him, let us know in the comments below what you think of him. But is he the kind of player that you could see signing for Barcelona, Juventus or Manchester United in the future? Maybe it's one we got to keep an eye on, but can't see anything happening anytime soon. It's just typical paper talk, isn't it? Even this Erling Haaland stuff, they're just bored. They've got nothing to do. You think there's loads to talk about with games being every single day, it feels like, but no, here they go, still talking about transfers in the off season. Now we move on to that Leipzig game, because in the week in the world of Manchester United, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has not only beaten Thomas Tuchel, but he's also beaten Nagelsmann in that fucking suit. Can you believe it? The hipsters' favourites have been beaten by the PE teacher. When will they put some respect on his name? I went on the kickoff and said it. I've told him on Stretford Paddock before, put some respect on his name, because in some big games he pulls out the big results. A superior record against the likes of Pep Guardiola, Tuchel, now Nagelsmann. Against Chelsea under Sarri and Lampard, we've had superior results. Against Spurs, under Poch and Jose Mourinho, he's had good results. Obviously, recent, we lost 6-1, and you have to, hold your hand up, and he got criticised rightly for that. And he gets criticised pretty much. So you have to give him credit when it's deserved. And over this last week, I thought he could have done things better against Chelsea, and maybe we could have got a win in that game. But in the Champions League games, he's shown that he's flexible with his formations, flexible with his tactics. He knows how to set up a plan, and he's executed those plans. Now, obviously, in the next games, it'll be interesting to see how he fares against Leipzig away. How will they set up? How will he set up? Because they're going to now expect that from him. So what will he do to counter that? So it'll be interesting to see that tactical battle. Obviously against Tuchel as well in the next leg at Old Trafford. But we've put ourselves into a position now, in the group of death apparently, to be able to go into the games against Istanbul, knowing if that we can win both of those games, which we should be expected to after the last two results, then even get 4 points, then qualification is pretty much sewn up in a group where they thought we'd be lucky to finish second. So I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done tremendously well in the Champions League so far. Obviously we've started doing better in the league as well. We need to continue that against Arsenal. Got a win at home at Old Trafford. Maybe helped a little bit by Nagelsmann turning up looking like that. His players must have been distracted in the changing room. But we need to continue that on the weekend against Arsenal and get another good result. And when people looked at these fixture lists that we had, when they saw Newcastle, PSG, Chelsea, Leipzig, Arsenal on the horizon, everyone was worried for his job. But so far, so good. Got to keep it up though. Can't get complacent. A man that isn't getting complacent on or off the pitch, Marcus Rashford, scoring a hat-trick in that game. Came on, first hat-trick from a Manchester United substitute since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is manager. Came on, grabbed his hat-trick, his first hat-trick in professional football. Obviously, first hat-trick in the Champions League as well for him. An incredible night. A shame that we missed that at Old Trafford. It would have been a great night for the fans to toast Marcus Rashford at Old Trafford for the work off the pitch as well as on the pitch. Him scoring a hat-trick. We missed Martial's hat-trick, missed his hat-trick there first at the clubs. It's a shame, but he's doing incredible work, and his petition that he's got to try and end child hunger and child poverty in the UK has got well over 1 million signatures. He's doing incredible stuff. And Marcus Rashford is a man that not just United fans, but everybody can be proud of, because he's absolutely smashing it at the moment, and tormenting defences as well. What a man, what a man. I briefly mentioned there how we've not been there for some special moments, and hopefully some of us could be back in the ground very soon. Man United have modified Old Trafford to hold 23,500 socially distanced fans. So that's around a third of the capacity. United holds around 75k. So just under a third of capacity, which is more than I thought they would do with a socially distanced crowd. But, United has shown that they can do that. Now the government need to react. Obviously, they look down on football. You see some theatres packed out. You see various other places packed out. Football stadiums around the world, some of them are packed out. But we're not able to do that here in England yet. Hopefully with the clubs putting themselves into a position where they're ready, rather than waiting for the government to say, well, you can sort it now, and then deciding to sort their stadiums out. They've got their stadiums ready to be socially distanced safe. And they're now pressing the government, so hopefully we'll have some action on that soon and we'll be back into the stadiums, but I can't imagine it'll be before the end of 2020, especially with more lockdowns coming. At the moment, Manchester's in tier 3 as well, whatever these tiers mean, but I know that's not a good thing. So, you know, we're probably a while away from it, but it's good that the clubs are getting ready for the return of fans. Anyway guys, that has been the Weekly United. Let us know your thoughts on the news that we discussed this week, the results in the Champions League, and of course that game against Chelsea as well, with Arsenal on the horizon. And talking about Arsenal on the horizon, we will of course have a preview and everything else up here on AdamMcKola TV. So make sure you're keeping it locked, liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. Make sure you join as well if you can. And for now, I've been AdamMcKola. You lot have been legends. I'm out of here.